And we are back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast. And for the final part of the show, we will preview now the World Series between the Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And, it will begin tonight. First pitch is at 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time. This is in Texas. So we'll kind of look at the numbers for these two teams. So this is, I'm assuming these are the postseason numbers. Yeah, these are the postseason numbers here. So, right now, the Rangers, in terms of their hitting categories, they are kind of, they take pretty much every category from the Diamondbacks when you're comparing all the teams from the postseason. So, the Rangers were second in batting average. Diamondbacks were fifth. Rangers actually were first in this postseason with 71 runs scored. Diamondbacks are fourth with 51 hits. The Rangers are first. Diamondbacks are third. On base percentage, Rangers are second. Diamondbacks are sixth. Slugging percentage, Rangers are second. Diamondbacks are fourth. And then home runs, Rangers are second. Diamondbacks are also fourth. Then for pitching, that's where the Diamondbacks kind of have the Rangers beat. So Diamondbacks were third in the postseason with ERA 3.23. Rangers were fifth, 3.67. With WHIP, the Rangers were fifth. Diamondbacks were fourth. Diamondbacks have a 1.25. Rangers have a 1.27. For walks, the Diamondbacks were third. Rangers were second. Strikeouts, the Diamondbacks have 102, which is third. Rangers are third. Oh wait, no, they are fourth with 88. Sorry. And then opponents' batting average, Diamondbacks are fourth, Rangers were sixth. They're holding opponents to a 231 batting average. The Diamondbacks, Rangers are holding their opponents to 241 batting average. And then runs against, the Diamondbacks are 10th, 41. Rangers are 11th, 45. And then home runs allowed. Both have given up 13 home runs in these playoffs. So, Going into the World Series here, you got one team that you kind of favor the pitching a little bit more, and then with the other team, you favor the hitting. You favor the Rangers hitting over the Diamondbacks hitting, and then you favor the Diamondbacks pitching over the Rangers. Now, tonight's pitching matchup is between Zach Gallen and Nathan Eovaldi. Zach Gallen in these playoffs, he's pitched to a 5.24 ERA. And 2-2 record. Eovaldi's been great, 4-0, 2.42 ERA. So, I favor Texas in this game. I think they win tonight at home. Eovaldi's just been great, so I think that should continue tonight. But we'll see. Then on Saturday's game, you got Merrill Kelly starting. They don't have anyone listed right now for the Rangers. And then you have Fought for the Diamondbacks on Monday, and then then we go from there. So there's two games in Texas. So this is how the schedule goes. So we got the two games in Texas Friday and Saturday, both at tonight's game's at 8:05. I don't know why I saw 8:03, but 8:05 p.m. Eastern time. Then Saturday's game is 8:03 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what the difference is there. Nothing on Sunday. Then 8:03 p.m. Eastern time in Arizona for 3 games on Monday. All these games are on Fox. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all 8:03 p.m. Eastern time starts. And then if we get to games 6 and 7, 8:03 p.m. Eastern time next Friday and Saturday. I'm going to say the series goes 7 games. I'm going to say it goes 7. Now, who wins it? Now, these are two teams that I have disrespected. Rangers, I had them get knocked out in the first round in the wild card. And for the Diamondbacks, I had them getting knocked out against the Dodgers. And here they are. I have kept picking against them. I say at least... for the Rangers, I had them going to a 7th game with the Astros. I just had the Astros winning that 7th game. Diamondbacks, I had them going 6, and they won those final 2 games in Philly. I kept, saying no. I think this is it for them. This series, I think, will go 7. You have to I favor the Rangers lineup over the Diamondbacks, and I favor the Diamondbacks pitching. I'm going back and forth with this right now in my head. It's really tough because I trust the Diamondbacks bullpen more than I trust the Rangers bullpen. But I trust Bruce Bochy. Man, it's really tough. All right, so it's going to go 7 games. I am going to go with the Rangers in 7. I'm going to do it. I hate it because I know it's going to backfire probably. I'm going to say they go 7. I say Bruce Bochy gets another championship. Their lineup is better. No disrespect to the Diamondbacks, but I like their lineup's better from top to bottom. Obviously I worry about outside of Eovaldi and Montgomery. I worry about the pitching from that aspect. And, the Diamondbacks bullpen has been better than the Rangers bullpen, the back end at least. I mean, I read you the Ginkel and Sewell's numbers. I mean, they're incredible. But I'm going to side with the Rangers here. But I expect the series to go 7 games. It's going to be a very competitive series. You really have no idea. But I'm going to side with the Rangers here. But we'll see. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'm hoping for great games. I'm hoping for a great series. And you know what? It's good that we have, parity here and that there's, different teams in it this year. Because, I mean, who really expected this to happen? Really nobody. I mean, the Diamondbacks, I don't think really anybody picked them to get to the World Series. I mean, the Rangers, you would think they signed DeGrom, they got Eovaldi, Bruce Bochy's now the manager. You got Corey Seager and Marcus Semien, in their big contracts. So you're hoping that, they eventually, become a good team, and that's what happened this year. It was rough at some points, but ultimately they were able to get to this point. They knocked off the defending champs. Here they are, Diamondbacks. They knocked off the defending National League champions. They knocked off the Dodgers, the Brewers, who had a good pitching staff. So, I mean, it wasn't easy for them to get here, these teams. But here they are. Here they are. And, it's going to be an interesting World Series. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, let me know in the comments section, of course, how you guys think the World Series is going to pan out. I think it's going to be back and forth. I think this will be an even series, but I think the Rangers will win it. With the manager, with their lineup, the bullpen, the pitching is what concerns me. Because the Diamondbacks back end has been really good. Leclerc, he blew the game the other day against Altuve. Last week. I still don't trust Aroldis Chapman. But and then obviously you got Max Scherzer, coming back from the road, into the rotation. So really, outside of Eovaldi and Montgomery, you got to cross your fingers. But Zach Gallen hasn't been great in the playoffs. Merrill Kelly has been better than him. Ford has done what he's supposed to do. He's been good in the postseason. So yeah, I mean we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But once this is over, that's it. Baseball season is over, and then we are in the off season. And it's I can't believe it. Started this podcast, hosting this podcast 2 months ago, almost. We're at the point where the season's almost over. It's crazy. And another doubleheader down. Shortly after this, I will be recording the Patreon, and then that'll be it for this week. Obviously, I'll have the shorts that'll come out later today. But yeah, other than that, we're good. And we, back-to-back weeks now. the sound is good. You see the volume levels moving, so that means that we're good. Still can't believe the first day I did the doubleheader here. Sound I didn't have the sound working, but that was just a mistake on my part. But yeah, I mean, another week down. So World Series starts tonight. Big week of football this weekend, of course. NBA is back in full swing. You had 2 games last night. You had Kevin Durant and LeBron James going at it against each other for the first time since, I think, was it 2018? That's crazy. And then you had Damian Lillard making his debut with the Milwaukee Bucks last night. He dropped, I think, 39 points. He hit that clutch 3-point shot at the end of the game. So, yeah, I mean, Sports Equinox. And you have the NHL in full swing. Sports Equinox, is upon us, which is great. It's not going to be like that for that much longer because baseball is going to be over by the end of next week. And then we'll be in the off season. So we'll talk about, trade rumors and, who's going to go where. There's going to be a lot of things going on in the coming weeks. We'll be all here to cover that. But yeah, make sure also tune into the GSMC football podcast. The full stream is up. In case you missed it, go check that out. I'm going to be having yesterday's show reposted today. So if you missed anything from yesterday, make sure to tune in to that. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to all the videos on there as well. And then also, during the stream, once again, remind you guys, to donate or tip to the show. You go to the following links: streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. And again, it's a great way to become part of the show. And it's for me to highlight your comment during the broadcast. And again, it's the interaction between the host and the viewer, and that's what I care about the most. And we got some great comments today on some of my videos for the football podcast, so I addressed those during the stream. Had a little back and forth there, which was cool. And that's exactly what I want, is to have a discussion. And, you guys, tell me things, and, I cover them on the show, and, I respond to your comments. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's what I care about, so. But yeah, shortly after this, I will then record the Patreon portion of the baseball podcast here on the GSMC Sports Network. And that'll be it for the week. And then, of course, we'll be back next week. But yeah, every Friday, make sure to tune in for the GSMC Baseball Podcast. Pretty much recorded shortly after the Patreon for the football podcast. So it's 12:45 to 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, I do the Patreon for baseball shortly after. So, recapping the show from today. And then, that's pretty much it. But we got the World Series coming up, so make sure to tune in to that. That'll be on Fox, 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time tonight in Texas. So that should be a lot of fun. Make sure to tune in for it. And I'll be back again next week to recap all the games. Maybe by then we have a World Series champ. Maybe not. I said this series will go 7 games. I got the Rangers in 7 games, but you probably know what that means based off of what my predictions have been. Not just for baseball, but, if you're watching the football podcast and you watch my predictions there, you see how it's been going so far. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, I thank you guys for tuning in today for both shows. If you did, make sure to go check out all those shows that are posted up on the channels in case you missed it. Like I said, I'll have the football show from yesterday reposted into 4 parts. So in case you missed something, they will be up on both YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it. So once again, I am Kenneth Gruenfelder signing off from the GSMC Baseball Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the World Series. Enjoy another weekend of football or whatever else you decide to do with your time this weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday. Take care, and I'll see you then.